Simply stated, as it applies to you and me, it means we can achieve nothing without paying the price. Now, what is that price?
Hi, grade 12. Let us look at question 1 of EC September 2021, Mathematics Paper 1. All right, so we are going to look at 1.1 only, just so that the video can be short, it cannot be long. So it says solve for x, so we are going to solve for x on these 4 questions. All right, so another thing that I want to talk about, first of all, 1.1.1, you look at the problem, it says solve for x like this. So for this one, it's easy that we're going to factorize. Then 1.1.2, this one, it's still solve for x. When you look at the problem, you cannot easily factorize it, but we have got a hint here where they say correct to 2 decimal places. Once they say correct to 2 decimal places, then you know you are going to use the quadratic formula, okay? The quadratic formula, which says minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over what? Over 2a. So we know that we are going to use that formula, okay? How do I know it? Because of this. Okay, so let's just factorize here, and then we solve for x. For how many marks? For 3 marks. Okay, let's do it. So the first problem that we are having there is 1.1.1 x squared plus 2x minus 15, that is equal to x. So let us open the bracket so that we are able to factorize. To get x squared, it's x multiplied by x. Once you see negative there, and then that means you'll have negative multiplied by what? Positive. Now we find the factors of 15 that if we add them or subtract them, they are going to give us what? 2. So that will be 3 and 5. Okay, so in order for you to write them correctly, this is how you need to do it. You will check like this. You say just minus 5 multiplied by plus 3. Okay, like this. So when you say minus 5 multiplied by 3 there, that will give you negative 15. And then when you say minus 5 plus 3, that will give you minus what? Minus 2, which shows that our signs cannot sit like this, all right? Our signs cannot be like that. So we know now that if we have plus multiplied by negative there, this will work. Because if we say 5 multiplied by negative 3, that gives us negative 15. If we say 5 minus 3, that will give us what? Plus 2. And that plus 2 is the one that we need, is this one. All right. So our factors will be 5 there, and then we will have 3 there. All right. Now we can say x is equal to 3, or x is equal to what? Minus 5. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next problem is 1.1.2. 3x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. We must find the value of x correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so let's do that. 1.1.2, we are having a 3x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. So here our a is equal to 3, our b is equal to 1, our c is equal to minus 1. So we say x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. All right. So now minus, what is our b? Our b is 1, so that will be 1 there, plus or minus square root of 1 squared minus 4. What is the value of a? Is 3, so we write 3 there. What is the value of c? It's minus 1, we write minus 1 there. All right. and then we have got 2a. What is the value of a? It's 3. So from this step, we just straight away say minus 1 plus or minus the square root of. Now when you say 1 squared, you get 1, right? Okay, so we have got 1 here, and then negative multiplied by negative will give us positive, and then 4 multiplied by 3 give us 12. 12 multiplied by 1 is the same as 12. So we have got 1 plus 12 to give us what? 13 over 6. All right. Now do you see this? You have to separate it. So that means you will have minus 1 plus root 13 over what? Over 6. Or minus 1 minus root 13 over what? Over 6. So it means we are going to get 2 answers, okay? We are going to have 2 answers. Because of space, let me just write here. All right. The first answer for this one, the one that we are having here, will be when you need to press your calculator here, and then you say minus 1 plus the square root of 13 divided by 6. That will give you 0.46. Okay. Now when you press the calculator on this other one, minus 1 minus the square root of 13 divided by 6, that will give you minus 0.77. So that's how you find the value of x. Now let us find the value of x on 1.1.3. all right, 1.1.3. X squared, because x multiplied by x give us x squared, x multiplied by negative 3, that give us negative 3. So now you take this, you transpose, so that will be negative, positive, it's going to change the sign, so it will be positive, then you will have greater than or equal to 0 then. From here, you need to factorize the problem. So you factorize the problem, okay? You need the factors of 2 that if you add them or subtract them are going to give you what? Minus 3. So to get x squared, we know it's x multiplied by x. Now we are having positive there, so and that is negative there. As long as that is positive, it means we are multiplying negative multiplied by negative, or we are multiplying positive multiplied by what? Positive. So that means 2 things, but this middle sign is the one that will tell you which sign to write, okay? If this one is positive there and that one is negative, it means inside the brackets you must write negative all in all the brackets. So if that one is positive there you are also having positive, that means you must write positive as well, okay? Hopefully you understand that. All right, so the factors of 2 is 1 and 2. All right, because minus 1 minus 2, that will give us minus 3. All right, so now we will have x is less than 1, or x should be greater than or equal to what? 2. All right, or you can rewrite this by saying x and then you write 2, you write 1 there, and then you will have, look at the sign here. This sign is pointing at 2, so it's pointing at the 2. And then this sign, this side is pointing at x, so you write like this. So this one is the same as what you have on top there. All right. So, but in terms of a number line, let's say for example you want to indicate this in terms of a number line. All right. The 1 is there, and then you have 2 there. So this is what you are having, because this one is a function on its own. It's a function, it's a quadratic function, okay? So it's a parabola. So this is what you'll have. Thank you. Right, this is the last problem that we're going to do. If you want to know how we are going to do 1.2, you need to stick to the, or just stay around, you know, just be on alert on this channel, okay, or on Facebook there. You can just check it out. We will do simultaneous. When we do simultaneous, it means we are going to do a lot of problems on simultaneous. So for now, we're still solving for x, okay? All right, let us do 1.1.4. All right, 1.1.4 is given by the square root of 43 minus x plus 1 is equal to what? 0. All right, so what we can do here first, we can transpose. We will have the square root of 43 minus x, that is equal to, when you transpose this, is going to be positive x. That one will be minus 1. All right, we need to get rid of the square root. So in order for us to get rid of the square root, we square the right hand side and the left hand side. So this square will cancel with the square root. We are left with 43 minus x is equal to, this side, when you remove the brackets, you will have, in short, you are expanding this side. So you'll have two brackets, you multiply them out, you'll have x squared minus 2x plus 1. All right, now you take this to the other side. So it means you'll have x squared minus 2x, that there will be plus 1x, and then you will have plus 1 minus 43, that is equal to 0. Okay, so now you have x squared minus 2x plus x, that will give us minus x, plus 1 minus 43, that is giving us 42, or minus 42, that is equal to what? 0. Okay, now you need to factorize what you have. To get x squared is x multiplied by x. All right, once you see negative there, straight away you just write negative multiplied by what? Positive. Okay, you find the factors of 42 that are going to give you minus 1 if you add them or subtract them, depending on how you have them. All right, so those factors are what? Are 7 and 6. Because when you say minus 7 plus 6, that will give you minus 1. It gives you what? The middle term that we are having here. All right, so that's how you are going to do it. All right, now you can equate this. So you'll say x is equal to 7 or x is equal to what? 6. But then you need to check if these answers are correct. Okay. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. So if you have 46, 43 there. All right, square root of 43 minus 7 there plus 1. So this must give me 0. All right. So if you say 43 minus 7, that will give you what? Square root of 36. And the square root of 36 is equal to 6. Okay, so this is equal to 6. And then we say minus 7 plus 1, that gives us minus 6. So it's 6 minus 6 to give me 0. All right, so that is correct. Let us check the other one. All right, therefore x is equal to 7, or x should not be equal to what? 6. All right. In order for you to know how this works, you need to replace 7 where there is x, and then you will see that for 7 we do